Hi, I'm Andy Kindler. And if you don't know I'm Andy Kindler, what am I going to do? Why am I getting defensive is probably what you're wondering. Hi, I'm Andy Kindler. Have I mentioned that? And I want to give a shout out to all of Kurt Messick's. It sounds weird when I say it like that, Kurt Messick's. I hope that's I'm pronouncing your last name right, Kurt, because and maybe you didn't even want your last name pronounced, but I dragged your last name into it. But I'd like to give a shout out to all of your astronomy and earth science students over at Ivy Tech Community College in Bloomington, Indiana. I know it sounds like I'm reading from a script. It's not a script, but it is kind of like a teleprompter that's in my. It's unbelievable what they've done now. I mean, you know why? Because of science. I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now. It was impossible 400 years ago to give anybody a shout out because there was not the scientific. I don't know when they came up with language. Okay, forget that. But the fact that I'm able to sit in a room, which that's I guess not an amazing thing, but communicating with you through a thing, it's like your next door. We used to say when we first used the phone in the 50s, when you kids weren't, I guess, around. How old am I? That's not the point. But you know what would be good? If I studied astronomy, I could stop thinking about how old I am and put my focus on how old the universe is. That's what we call a bad segue. Look, I love science. Science should be something you don't have to sell to somebody because the foundation of almost everything involves science. I'm telling you things you already know. But I wish I had studied astronomy more because I had a telescope I bought when I was like 12, and it was a thing that it was like about this big. Well, I mean, come on, that's not a Hubble. Hubble, that's not a Hubble. Maybe that should be my new catchphrase. That's not a Hubble. But I had this little telescope and I couldn't see through it because I don't know, I think it was a scam of some kind. But I was around kids, kids, when the moon landing happened. I was in the same studio where they shot it. Get it? Like it's a scam. If you get nothing from this shout out, Kurt's students at Ivy Tech Community College, if you get nothing more than from this, then you don't want to end up like someone like me. Well, then you better study science. That made no sense. First of all, you are the people who are going to save the world. All right. And I think I'm doing my part by bringing laughter to tens and maybe hundreds of people. But you have to do your part too, which is to complete your education and to invent something so that you can go on Shark Tank. Okay, I've gone on too long. I know that in many ways I turned this from a shout out to more of a look in to myself. But I am very happy to do this. This perked up my day, if that helps. And I I hope that everyone within the sound of my voice can save the planet. I'm not saying we're in big trouble, but we need help. And I think the answer is out there in the universe. And I'll let you know when I get back from my first SpaceX commercial flight to Mars. And I'll be doing it for the frequent star miles. Thank you, everybody. I just remember one thing. If you do know my comedy, I always close weak. Live long and prosper.